Welcome everyone. My name is Joshua, co-founder of Simply Trading. Today we're going to be going over some pretty interesting triangle patterns that you will commonly see in stock analysis. And you guys can use these patterns to trade. So if this is your first time coming onto the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on those notifications. And if you are not already a part of our Discord channel, I will leave a link to that down in the description. All right, so today we're going to be talking about ascending, descending, and neutral triangle patterns. The best way to trade these patterns, how to profit using the strategy, and the biggest mistake traders make while trading triangles. So guys, stick to the end and I will explain that mistake to you so you can avoid making it yourself. So the first triangle that we're going to go over is the ascending triangle. They can be found as a bearish reversal pattern and also as a continuation pattern. They have higher lows into a point of resistance. During the formation of ascending triangles, take profit orders get filled, and this gives the pattern strength, and we're going to go over that in just a second. And the longer it takes to form the pattern, the stronger the pattern will be. So in this image here, there is an ascending triangle. So here's the resistance line and here's the support line. So we can see that this price comes up to relatively the same level in price. As those take profit orders get filled, the price drops back down. And eventually you will see it break out above this resistance level just because there's no more take profit orders and no more people selling, driving the price back down. Now you also want to make sure that this breakout happens before the apex of the triangle, about 80% level. This one's a pretty good example. If this price does continue up into the apex or the tip of the triangle, it's just showing us that it has lost volatility, it's lost its momentum, there's no more volume. So we may see it start a period of consolidation. Now we can also see the lower highs coming up into that resistance. And that happens all the way up until finally it does break that resistance line. Now there is a really cool thing to find your profit goal or your profit potential on this. So if you take and measure from the low of the support and the high of the resistance and you copy that, you will then get your profit goal, all right, or your target profit. So if let's say if that from the resistance to the support is 50 pips, then you just measure 50 pips up from the resistance and you get your target profit. So next we're going to talk about you hitting that subscribe button. Guys, if you are a part of our Discord channel, if you're a part of our community, hitting that subscribe button will help us grow immensely and allow us to put out better content for you guys, more frequent content. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. So descending triangles, the next one we're going to talk about. They're most commonly found to be a bullish reversal pattern, although it can be a continuation pattern just like the ascending triangle. The descending triangle has lower highs into support. During the formation of descending triangles, stop losses get filled, which give the pattern strength. And just like the ascending triangle, descending triangles, the longer it takes to form, the stronger the pattern's going to be. So here we have a descending triangle. This is the resistance line. And then we have a support line on the bottom. So it's the exact opposite of an ascending triangle. And we can see here we have lower highs into our support line, okay, until finally it does break that support line there on the bottom. Now, that's right there is where it breaks out. Again, this is about 80% of the way to the apex of the triangle, so it still has plenty of volume, plenty of volatility to make that break and leg down. So this does also have that measuring stick that you can use. Just take the high of the back to the low right there on the resistance and copy that, and that's your target profit. So the last triangle in this series is the neutral triangle. Neutral triangles can be found with lower highs and higher lows. So it's basically a combination of both the ascending triangle and the neutral triangle. The neutral triangles can have bullish and bearish breakouts. It can be found in both bull and bear trends, and you can take a trade on this triangle depending on the direction of the breakout. That'll make more sense here talking about this. So if we look, we have our support line down on the bottom, and we have our resistance line up on top. And we can see that there's a series of higher lows going up this support line, and then there's a series of lower highs down the resistance until finally we get this breakout right here. And since this broke out over the resistance, we would take a long position on this. All right, so you could buy low, sell high, or you can take an options call contract. And again, just like the previous two, this does have a built-in measurement to gauge your target profit. So just copy the top of that resistance to the low of the support and paste it where the breakout was, and boom, there's your target profit. I personally really like triangles. They're super common. I trade them probably almost every day actually. They're very easy to recognize and very easy to use. So the biggest mistake traders make. All right, before we get into this, guys, I just want to remind you one last time to go ahead and subscribe and leave a like and comment if you have anything to say. If you guys like this video, be sure to let me know what your favorite part was and if you're actually going to use this strategy when you are trading. So the biggest mistake traders make is trading against too strong of a previous trend. And what I mean by this is if you have an uptrend that's been forming over 6 weeks and then you see a descending triangle, you know, that reversal pattern, and that descending triangle took maybe 2 days to form, if you compare that to the strength of the bull trend before it, it's simply not strong enough to break that uptrend. Now, if that descending triangle were to form over 2 or 3 weeks, in comparison to that uptrend, that makes it a lot stronger. Because remember, the longer triangles take to form, the stronger that pattern's going to be. So just make sure that you're paying close attention to the previous trend up to the triangle. All right, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and hop over to Webull, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here I have Amazon pulled up, and if we look right off the bat, we can see a very nice descending triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw these lines out for you. So here's our top, and it comes all the way down this trend, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and put in our support line, and we can see that this follows precisely and looks just like the descending triangle I showed you up in the examples. So now what we can do with this is we just watch for this breakout on the lower end right here. And as we can see, it broke out before it got to the tip or the apex of the triangle and came down. Okay, guys, so to measure your target profit, like I showed you in the example, you'll simply just measure from your high down to your low on your support line and go ahead and grab that and drag it over to the point of your breakout and paste it. And then this gives you your target profit. So if we look at where this actually hit, so we can see that it came down to the close and open of the two very bottom candlesticks in this downtrend. Okay, guys, so you can see that this line comes down and bring it over, and this would be your target profit, which is almost the bottom. And That's just a simple measuring tool that you can use to gauge your target profit. And you could short this stock at this point or take a put options contract. Now let's go ahead and look at another example. So if I pull up AT&T and see what this is showing us. So if we look here, so we can't find one super quickly. So right here, go ahead and draw this out for you. Here's our resistance down to the breakout point. And if I draw our trend line, we can see a clear descending triangle. Okay. Now, the measurement, if you were to gauge your target profit on this one, wouldn't be as precise, but we can see that this distance is relatively similar to this distance before the gap down. So, but you can still see how this descending triangle is showing us this drop is about to happen. So if you were to make a short play here, you would be able to catch quite a bit of profit on this drop down. All right, guys, that is everything that I have for you today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It'll really help us out. And if you're not already a part of our Discord channel, I'll go ahead and drop that link in the description as well. This is the first video in a series of 5 on advanced trading patterns. So be on a lookout. The next 4 should be coming out in the next couple weeks. All right, guys, I'll catch you all later.